Israel killed a Reuters video journalist who was working in South Lebanon. Okay, so remember, this war that's happening in Gaza right now, it's not limited or confined just to Gaza. You have other actors from the resistance axis that are involved, such as Syria, which is occupied by Israel. Israel is illegally occupying the Golan Heights, has occupied them since '67. And also you have Hezbollah, which is the one that liberated Lebanon in 2000 from Israel. Israel invaded Lebanon and occupied it several times. So they are now, you should no longer think of them as separate groups. And in any case, this journalist was at the at the fence at quite a distance, covering this in South Lebanon, which is Hezbollah's turf. His name is Issam Abdullah. Okay, and you're not going to believe how nasty this is. So the Israelis fired a shell at them, and you can hear one of the journalists, this is a group of journalists, and she's screaming, "What happened? What happened?" And then she starts saying, "I can't feel my legs."
What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs.
Oh fuck, oh fuck.
I can't feel my legs.
Fuck.
I can't feel my legs.
I saw another video. This guy was, he was in two pieces. That's what the Israelis did to him today, just a few hours ago. They randomly fired at a group of journalists and murdered them. Murdered him and injured the others. I mean, you saw the video. There is no fighting going on. It's not Gaza. It's not a residential area. This is South Lebanon. So different landscape. You cannot say that the Israelis didn't know that there were journalists or there was a firefight and they mistook these journalists for something else. They know exactly what they're doing. And if they don't know, then they should fuck off and not be in the army. How about that? This is a war crime. And this is from the Israelis who want you to think that they're a democracy. Do democracies fire artillery shells at journalists who are literally just filming and doing nothing? The Israelis know what they're doing. Just like they killed they killed Shireen Abu Akleh in the West Bank because she was covering what they were doing with these raids, right? Similar raids to what Hamas did just 7 days ago, right? The Israelis go with their jeeps, go into the West Bank, into Jenin or Nablus, they start murdering people and then kidnap young men, quote unquote, arresting them, and they're not going to exchange them for anyone. They're not hostages. They just go and put them in prison, and sometimes they don't even know what they're in prison for. They're not allowed to know. So the point is that just because Shireen Abu Akleh was filming the Israelis doing their raids, they killed her and they shot at the entire group of journalists. Similarly here, they shot at the entire group of journalists for no goddamn reason. And if that isn't disgusting enough, I swear to God, this is on Reuters' website, on their own website. They don't even tell you that Israel killed him. They don't even tell you why he died. This is their own website. This is Reuters, Reuters.com. It says Reuters videographer killed in southern Lebanon. A Reuters news videographer has been killed while working in southern Lebanon. What is killed by what? A dodo? A car? A nuclear missile? What does that mean? He fell off a ladder? Has been killed while working. Why do they use this passive language? No, you should say he was murdered by an Israeli shell. This is a news agency, and they're talking about their own employee who has just died, has been murdered, literally working for them. And this is how they honor him. They don't even have the basic common decency. Forget honoring him just to report the truth. You're a fucking news agency. Why you cannot write one sentence saying what happened, reporting what happened? Jesus Christ. Look at this. This is the media that we have. This shit. They say we're deeply saddened. No, clearly not. You're clearly not. Look, that's it. They say he was part of a Reuters crew in southern Lebanon, providing a live video signal. We are urgently seeking more information, working with authorities in the region, and supporting his family and colleagues. That's it. There's literally nothing else. The Israelis killed him, and they know it. They know it. That is an Israeli position that's being filmed. The Israelis have a history of killing them. Hezbollah does not have a history of killing journalists. I've never even heard of that. That's not a thing. No one did that except Israel. Israel always liked to shoot at groups of people that observe and watch and report on them. Journalists, medics, and the United Nations. Too many times to count, right? This is southern Lebanon. So this is, you have the UNIFIL mission, peacekeeping mission. My parents worked there. They know how the Israelis behave. They're violent, and they always try to injure UN staff or fire at them and then say, oh, it was a mistake. And they've actually killed UN staff right there in southern Lebanon before, claiming it's a mistake. And you know, they do the same thing, whether it's in Lebanon or in Syria or in Palestine. It's too many examples to mention. And funnily enough, you know, I saw a Reuters Jeep in the excuse me, in the Imperial War Museum, which is the one that we have in London. And they had if you go there, I don't know if it's still there. It was a month ago, but it's on the ground floor, and it's the one where they have the tanks and the V2 and all these things. And it was a really busted up Jeep, you know, like completely totaled. And it said press on it, and it had Reuters, and it was from the Lebanon Civil War, right? So I no clue who could have done that. I mean, that was a very protracted, long war, and the Israelis were collaborating with some of these Lebanese Christian groups, right? So, I mean, for all we know, it could have been anyone. But I'm thinking of the irony that, you know, it's always this. They always use this passive language, you know, like when Israel commits a crime, they just don't want you to really understand what happened. And then when it's Hamas or it's Syria or whoever the enemy is, or Russia, you know, they have so many details to give you, to the point there that they're literally fabricating details and fabricating stories. This is, I don't know what to call this. I mean, what he was doing is brave. This guy's, you know, the realist of the realist. But what Reuters are doing to him after he's been killed, murdered by Israel, you know, just insulting his memory like that, insulting themselves. I don't know how you can call yourself a news agency and you cannot report a simple fact in one sentence that, you know, your journalist was killed by Israel on purpose. This is a fact. It's literally on fucking video. What they have a history of doing this. What am I supposed to say? The Israelis don't care. This is why they get away with the things that they do in Gaza, or this, because no one is going to hold them accountable in the West, because the media are corrupt. We don't have real media in the West. You cannot trust them. They don't hold anyone to account, whether it's British leaders or American leaders or politicians or Israel, or, you know, whoever like is in bed with Washington and London. They're always going to cover for them, and this is one of those things. I find this so insulting. And actually, to date, in the last 7 days, you've had more than a dozen journalists that have been killed, of course, by Israel. Who else? Hamas don't go and target journalists. This is not a thing. It's an Israeli thing.